He's changed the world of melanoma and now brain cancer. Our very own Professor Richard Scolyer, the former Australian of the Year, has given us hope where for a long time there was none. Tonight he has some news he wants to share with us all.
I mean, when you look at what's coming, will we have another chance to sit down and talk, do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, could be a few weeks, could be a few months, could be longer, I don't know. Bring back memories.
Professor Richard Scolyer knows these halls better than most. Both as a top doctor and as a patient, the whole world is watching. This time though, the pre-surgery jitters feel a little different.
All set for the big day.
With that familiar sense of uncertainty comes an immense gratitude.
I'm alive longer than what was anticipated. So the fact that I'm still going, on the big scheme of things, I'm lucky.
We first met Richard in July 2023. The leading melanoma pathologist diagnosed with glioblastoma, the worst of brain cancers. Told he had just 6 to 9 months to live.
I'm not ready to die yet. I'm too young to die. I love my life.
Instead of accepting his death sentence, Richard decided to do something different. He became a human guinea pig, using everything he's learnt about melanoma and throwing it at his brain cancer, alongside colleague and best mate, Professor Georgina Long.
It's a small chance that it might actually work, but wow.
Using melanoma science, Richard and his team use pre-surgery combined immunotherapy and a personalised cancer vaccine, the first in the world to do so.
There's risk, but there's also that hope that you might be about to blow up everything they know about treating brain cancer.
Yep. I want to give it a crack and see if it can make a difference for me and ultimately other brain cancer patients.
Last Monday, Richard went under the knife again to find out if the cancer is back.
Fingers crossed it all goes well and it gives me a bit more time.
Richard, I kind of want you to sugarcoat it, but I know it's not your style. What have the doctors told you?
Well, my brain tumour's come back, unfortunately. It's heartbreaking. I remember when we met nearly 2 years ago, I was heartbroken. What was in front of me, I'm not ready to die. I'm still not ready to die. I didn't know how long that I was going to live for.
So you had a scan back in November and it looked pretty good, it was clear.
Yeah, nothing had happened at all, and whatever it is, 2-3 months later, I was shocked to see the changes that were present.
That was in February this year.
Yeah.
What did that scan show?
Showed some change, it was easy to see, a big white area that hadn't been there before. And then I had surgery a week ago, and that's confirmed that it's tumour, nasty tumour that's come back.
Aggressive?
Yeah. My eldest daughter, Emily, is doing some university in the UK, and we wondered at first about letting her go to the end of term and then her coming back.
When would that have been?
So we initially were talking about July, then it came back to late April, early May time. But Brenda Shivalingam, who's the neurosurgeon who performed the surgery last week, is saying, you need to get it back ASAP. So we're just trying to organise that now.
I'm so sorry.
yeah, it's sad. Who knows what the future holds? I guess people want to be careful and let you spend some time together. I hope it goes a bit longer, but yeah, no one knows.
So
Yeah.
have they given you a prognosis or time, or it's not something they talk about?
I think 3 months was the time that was given.
How do you feel about that?
I feel sad. Yeah, I'm not ready to go yet. I love my life, but in all honesty, I didn't expect to be alive now. So I am grateful that I've been able to contribute in so many ways, which I hope make a difference for future patients.
And you think of that extra time you've had and all the many beautiful memories, many more memories you've been able to create with your family.
Yeah. Yeah, spending time with your family is obviously number one, and I think for everyone in the world, you've got this balance trying to get family time right with work and other things that you like doing, and I think I'm guilty of getting that wrong at times, but I think everyone is. The timeline's not so long, so changing focus now and spending time with family is what I want to do.
Are you scared?
I'm scared what's going to happen to me. I can feel the difference already. To be honest, I was nervous about us talking together more than any other interview I've ever done, because I could tell my brain's not working in the same way that it has in the past, and I had to double check I had your name right before we started this interview. Yeah, I can feel I'm going downhill that, in a way, I hadn't experienced before, and yeah, that's tough.
How are the kids with the news?
Yeah, all things considered, they're doing well. My son Matthew's down in Canberra at university, and he's come up spending time away from his friends and college to spend more time with me. And Lucy's been taking me to this place down, we've gone the last 3 weeks, that's down near Chinatown in the middle of Sydney, and I've never been to any of these buildings before, and yeah, we're having some great fun, great meals and nice chats, which has been really good. And Kate's, yeah, it's a much harder journey for Kate because she's had to help me make decisions about what we do, but she's been very supportive and kind.
She's your rock.
She is, yeah, a wonderful human being, and it's obviously a tough journey for all of us, and especially Katie.
When we first sat here and we were talking about what was ahead, you had no idea how you were going to react to this new treatment.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I guess at that stage, the normal survival rate for someone like me would be 6 months. The median time for recurrence is 3 months.
We're 22 months on.
Yeah, which is, yeah, amazing from my perspective.
I mean, you look what you've managed to achieve since we last talked. Named Joint Australian of the Year. You met the King, you wrote a book.
Yeah. There's so many things that happened that, well, I'm proud of them happening, and I'm proud to still be here. And I think what I've done in brain cancer won't cure it, but I feel like it's likely to push the field forward, and yeah, hopefully that's how it will turn out.
Well, but you've got some medical professionals saying that you've moved it forward 10, 20 years.
Well,
think of all of those lives.
Yeah, I hope that's how it turns out and it benefits many patients.
You have given hope to patients, to medical researchers, that there is something out there, that something's possible.
Yeah, well, I am proud of it. I'm also proud of what we've done in melanoma, which has made a massive difference for that cancer, and to be able to translate some of those changes to try in a cancer in a way that hasn't been tried before.
And I'm not overstating this at all, but you've changed the world. You really have.
Thanks.
Not just in what you've done with melanoma, but brain cancer research.
Yeah, well, I can see that the people who are excited about trying to push this field forward and make a difference for patients.
We know, or it sort of looks like it's been very beneficial to you, but we can't tell with just one person, can we?
You've nailed it there. I guess the question we can't answer, but are very hopeful, is that it's the treatment that I've gone through that's made a difference. But I'm just conscious of this idea that one patient can produce some great scientific knowledge, but to prove that it works for the general community, you have to do it in a clinical trial.
We will get a clinical trial probably later in 2025, and that could not have happened, Richard, without you.
Yeah, well, thanks for saying that. It was definitely risky and couldn't have happened without foresight, particularly from my colleague Georgina. And I'm very proud of the science that's been generated and now published as a case report in one of the world's top journals.
You're the subject matter, but you're also a co-author.
And the science that's been generated certainly gives hope that this is worth pursuing to test and ultimately discover, is it making a difference for patients or not? And I really, really hope it does.
To put yourself forward as you did as a human experiment, as patient zero, it's quite selfless in many ways, Richard.
Yeah, but a lot of people have said that to me, but that's not how I feel about it.
But we didn't know what would have happened. It could have killed you more quickly, robbed you of quality time with your family. It was a gamble.
I guess so, but all treatment needs to be improved after a long period of time. So it felt like, to me, the right thing to do, and we've got a great team of people.
You do have an extraordinary team around you. They are amazing. And I know how humble you are, and you always put everything back on the team. But so much of it too comes down to you personally. And I really want you for a moment just to accept that.
Well, I am very proud of what we've done at the organisation and how it's changed.
You really can't just accept when I say something nice about you.
But honestly, it's not just one person, it's a team of people. You can't do it on your own to really make a difference.
Can I also just point out that less than a week after you've just had brain surgery, that you were doing the park run on Saturday, was it?
Yeah, I'm a bit stupid really, but we only walked it, and as I discovered halfway through it, I'm not back there with my full health. And
But we also know what you're like when someone tells you that something's not possible.
yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's hard to believe only a week ago Richard was on the operating table, having open brain surgery.
How's that going? It's looking good. Yeah. Still good? Yep. Healing well.
How has the recovery been this time? I know after your first surgery you bounced back quickly, but
Yeah, I think
tougher now.
Yeah, I think it's definitely tougher than what it was the first time around. It's dug deeper in my brain to where the initial part was taken out. So, yeah, for whatever reason, it's definitely harder this time than it was the first time to get through it.
I mean, when you look at what's coming, will we have another chance to sit down and talk, do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, could be a few weeks, could be a few months, could be longer. I don't know. Yeah.
Any more tricks up your sleeve?
That there's some treatment that's being tested, but it could help. But my heart's not in the same place as what it was before.
You can't have any more surgery.
No more surgery, no more radiation oncology. So the only possible treatments are drug therapies, and the chances of them working based on previously published data is not that high.
It's just not fair, is it?
Yeah, it's not fair, but I reckon there's a lesson for everyone. You make the most of your life, your time. You just don't know what's going to happen around the corner.
You've had that chance to tell everyone you love in your life just how important they are.
Yeah, to get out as far as I am and to have enjoyed my life with my family, my wife Katie, and friends and colleagues at work. I feel lucky that I've been able to do that, much more than I expected.
Very few people make this world a better place, and you're one of them, Richard.
I think you're being over generous there. I could say the same thing about you. But I think for all of us, the most amazing thing that's happened for me is I've had an opportunity to meet so many people that we have in Australia who are making a big difference.
Well, you're not just admired, you're loved. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Can I give you a hug, please? Thanks for all you've done, Ali, from the very start.
I'm so grateful I know Richard. His genuine desire to help others is what drives him, and it is part of his extraordinary legacy. We think the world of you, Richard.